What's up, buddies? SuperDudeMega here. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. This is a 110 subscriber special because recently I have hit over 110 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Now at this point, I actually hit 112, but I don't make those kind of videos. I make 110 subscribers, but we're going to say that this isn't a 112 subscriber special, but it's going to be titled 110 because those two people matter. Okay. So let me just explain what I'm going to be doing in this subscriber special. In this subscriber special, someone at school recommended it to me, and it was kind of a joke, but I'm going to do it. And it was, I'm going to try to make sound effects of every single, almost every single Minecraft mob in the game. So our first one here is the bat. So this is a high-pitched voice. So I'm gonna try to make it right now. Okay, so this is the blaze, of course. Okay, let's try. Next up is the cat. So let's listen to it a little bit. Meow, 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 meow. Next up is the chicken. So. Next up is the cow. Moo. Why are you not moving? Moo. Moo. Creeper. This one's one of the easier ones. Okay, so the thing with the creeper is it is quiet and all the time except for when you blow it up, and that's what we're gonna do. Next up, dolphin. Okay, here we go. Next up is the donkey. So this one should be also hopefully a little bit easier. I'm hoping we can get some sound from him. Come on, play your sound. Next up is the drowned. Okay, moving on, we have Enderman here. On we have the Evoker. Next up we have the Fox. So we have one that was very hard to encage, but we have the Ghast. Moving on, we have the Guardian out of water and the Guardian in water because they sound different. So Guardian out of water. Alright. This is in water. Oh. Okay, moving on, we have the horse, which which should be easy. Moving on, we have the husk. Next up, we have the llama. Are you gonna make it nice? Next up, we have the magma cube. Next up, we have the mule. Next up, we have the panda. Next up, we have the parrot. Next up, we have the phantom. Next up, we have the pig. Next up, we have the pillager. Next up, we have the polar bear. Next up, we have the pufferfish. Next up, we have the rabbit, which I believe only makes noise when hit, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of this so it doesn't jump out. Next up, we have the ravager. Next up, we have the sheep. Next up, we have the shulker. Come on, make noise. Next up, we have the silverfish. Next up, we have the skeleton, which I had a little bit of trouble doing. Next up, we have the skeleton horse, which isn't that much different. Next up, we have the slime. Next up, we have the spider. Next up, we have the squid. Next up, we have the stray, which isn't that much different from the skeleton. Next up, we have the turtle, which is pretty quiet. Next up we have the Vex, which I'm gonna have to do quickly. Next up we have the regular villager, so just any random. Next up we have the Vindicator. Next up we have the Wandering Trader. Next up we have the Witch. Next up we have the Wither Skeleton. Next up we have the Wolf or Dog. Next up we have the Zombie, which I think I'm the best at, but here we go. Next up, we have the Zombie Pigman. And finally, our last spawn egg is the Zombie Villager. Next up, we have the Iron Golem, which doesn't make sound when it's just on its own, but when you hit it, next up we have the Wither. Finally, we have the Ender Dragon right here. Okay, so that's gonna do it for all of the sound effects of all of the Minecraft mods that make sound. I know I missed a few, like the Illusioner and a couple of others, but I don't feel like doing more because it's going to be way too long. So anyways, thank you very much all for 112 subscribers now, but you know, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like, subscribe if you're new and you like my content, leave a comment, or I'll talk to you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!